So, the Alfa Romeo Giulia. Whoop, that was a turkey. That was a turkey right in front of me. Holy, I missed it. Wow. That was a wild turkey. I missed it. Thankfully, we survived that little accident so that we can bring you this, the 2025 Alfa Romeo Giulia Intensa. And this thing came out 10 years ago. It received a facelift, but I know what you're thinking. Sam, this thing is outdated. It's time to redesign it. But I do believe that this still offers something very special. And today, I'm gonna show you why. Let's roll! So, what do we have in here? Well, for 2025, they're adding this top trim called Intensa. On the outside, we have this Verde Fungio metallic green, essentially, but sparkling green. I absolutely love this. People stare at this thing with this color, and why not? It's literally a piece of art. It came out 10 years ago, back in 2015. Yes, 10 years ago. They did a facelift, of course, but it's still very much the same car as 10 years ago, like the engine, the interior, pretty much the same. What you need to know is that with this Intensa, you get these 19-inch wheels with the gold diamond cut design, very much the same shape as the outgoing, I wouldn't say outgoing, but the last year model. The grille on the outside remains the same. The headlights now are different compared to the 2023 model. This is the facelift version. But what I want to focus on is this design. I am obsessed with how this thing looks. The BMW 3 Series doesn't look as good as this. The Audi does not look as good as this. The Genesis, not even close. All of them do not look as good as this. The headlights, the beautiful grille, that Alfa Romeo design grille that has been part of this model for so long. The Giulia came out back in the 1960s, even though now it's reshaped in a different form, but it's got a long history as the name itself. The grille at the bottom, very sporty. Even the Alfa Romeo Giulia QV, the quadrifoglio one, is even better with some really nice design quirks on the outside. But just the way this thing looks, in my opinion, nothing gets close to it. With this package, you also get the black calipers that say Alfa Romeo on the sides. Then the back side, which is just as good. We've got a single exhaust tip on each side, the aggressive sportive diffuser. I mean, look at this thing. I can't get over how pretty this car looks even today. Like the tail lights, the name on the side. I don't know, there's something about this car that I absolutely love. Just the way it looks on the outside. The little details on the mirror with the Italian flag. I love the little things that this thing offers. But this thing, it's kind of like the most beautiful sedan in my opinion. I'm literally obsessed with this. Now, jumping onto the interior, this is where I could see the comments in the section below. People saying, Sam, it is outdated. When you jump in, it does feel a little bit like that. Even my camera guy that stepped in for the first time said the same thing without even knowing that this car is a 2025 model. But having said that, I think everything that this thing offers works. And just because it's outdated doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It's just a fact of having bigger screens now. Like, that's the whole latest thing. It's like the largest screens that you could possibly have in cars, as if screens are not enough. But this one offers some really cool designs. Like, I love the seats with the Alfa Romeo badge on the handrest. Most of the standard sedans don't offer that. As far as I can remember, BMW doesn't have it on their standard vehicles. The stitching on the seats, the two-tone finish, that brown interior, I love that. The dashboard stitching as well, the two-tone finish for the steering wheel. Even the button to start the vehicle is located onto the steering wheel. Like, this thing is made for drivers. I love the little details. the pedal shifters in the back of the steering wheel located onto the steering column, not the steering wheel, so they don't move with the steering wheel. Now, some people have a hard time using them like that. I personally don't mind. I've gotten used to it. I do prefer sometimes on the steering wheel because when you're turning, but these are so large that I could just do that with my finger. Like, I don't actually have to have the steering wheel straight. There's still buttons on the steering wheel. This beautiful badge, the Alfa Romeo badge. I love it. Like, grippy, very sporty design. Like, the entire thing is still very functional. We have a screen here. There's a digital cluster on that side. There is heated steering wheel in this case, heated seats for both passenger and driver in the front. Now, the screen over here in the center is where I could see people saying, Sam, you know, it's kind of like outdated. Yes, it still uses a TomTom built-in navigation, but it does have Apple CarPlay. And I just pressed it. Come on. Like, yes, it is slow. I will not disagree. The backup camera, well, looks like from 2005 or 2006. It's not quite as sharp, but it still works, right? It still has some extra details, like your driver assistant package in this case, for lane assist, gap assist, your performance pages. Look at that. Like, it has all these little details by drive mode. It still works in some ways. Technical gauges, consumption, you go back, like the all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, it tells you where the power is being delivered the most. Like, there is some little details that make this thing a little bit special, in my opinion. Your vehicle information and so on. So yes, it's not as fast as a BMW, for example, in terms of the infotainment, but it kind of works. Like, it does the job. Once you connect your phone here, that's it, you're done, right? And you can get these things used for so cheap. Like, even slightly used, you can still buy one and save yourself a ton of money. There's buttons over here for the climate unit. Like, look at that. Actual buttons, the button for your heated seats, for a heated steering wheel in that case. There's a USB port over here to connect your phone. There's some space here so you can put your beautiful sunglasses, 2 cup holders. Moving further onto this side, it actually has a proper shift knob. You put it into manual, you put it into drive, power handbrakes, and one more thing that I love about this is that you can, I think I left the key somewhere, but this is a different key, but you can put your key over here and that's it. And then you have a control unit for the infotainment that you can use it through here. You don't have to do a touchscreen option. Then your driving modes are here, DNA. Normal, you got your dynamic mode over here. That's for your suspension system. You can put it in soft because once you're in dynamic, it goes into stiffer suspension, but you can turn it off and turn it off from here. So there's still some stuff. And then you've got the wireless charging pad in here. You can slide your phone inside and charge it. Then it's your armrest, which has the Intensa stitching, the embroidery in here, really beautiful with all the stitching around it. So there's still some things that work. It comes with a panoramic roof split in half. So you've got for the passenger in the back and there's a sunroof in the front. The seats are so comfortable. These, like, they tuck you in. They feel like sport seats and they're comfortable for day to day. Like, it still works. In the back, we've got leather interior with beautiful stitching as the front, heated seats, 2 USB-C, 2 USB ports in the back as well. There's still some tech. It's not completely empty. Now, the price. I know this is a tough topic. In Canada, this starts at about $71,000 for this package, Intensa. And then in the US, looking at about 52 or 53, which brings this car very close to its competitors, like the BMW 3 Series, the 330i, or the Audi A4, or the Mercedes C-Class, which do offer a lot more tech. And I think that's the biggest problem with this car, is that it doesn't appeal to the newer generation, the ones that want to buy sedans. They want more tech, they want bigger screens. But this car drives like no other sedan, in my opinion. And the only way to find that out is to go for a drive and tell you exactly what I think about and why I think this is probably one of the best driving sedans out there. Alfa Romeo Giulia Intensa, 2-liter inline-4 Q4 all-wheel drive system, making about 280 horsepower and 300 plus torque, 310 or so, which is impressive. 8-speed ZF automatic transmission, just as impressive. I love these paddle shifters on this thing. They're so large that even when you're turning, you still have access to them. I love that. You put your foot down and this thing goes. The shifts are so crisp in this car. It's incredible. Even in the BMW 330i, you don't feel them the way you feel them in this one, which again is super impressive with this car. I love driving it. I have driven it before, but every time I get into this car, it reminds me what driving is all about. How to drive this car, how to basically enjoy day-to-day driving. That's what this car is all about. And it's something that no other sedan will give you. This I can guarantee you. And this is a guy that loves the 3 Series. But the Alfa Romeo Giulia is unlike any other sedan. And even at this level with a 4-cylinder is amazing. The damping is on point. It's made for people that want to drive. And I know what you're saying, Sam, this thing is outdated. I need tech, I need a large screen. Just because it's outdated doesn't mean that it's bad or that it's not useful or that it's useless for day-to-day. Functionality, accessories, convenience are still here. Like the screen does the job fine. You connect your Apple CarPlay, call it a day. It doesn't have a 360 camera, it's got sensors. Who cares? It has heated seats, heated steering wheel, proper buttons. Not everything is touchscreen. You're more connected to the car. The seats are absolutely amazing. This is what is all about. It's about driving this. And you put your foot down. Look at this. Look at this. There's no gap. It's just like that. Bang, bang. This is what it's all about. If you're overtaking people on the highway, it's unbelievable to drive for a 4-cylinder. It's impressive. The damping is on point. It has active damping, but you can turn it into soft. By pressing the button, it goes in soft mode. I actually needed proper stiff. I love a bit of stiffness in a car. I just find this car totally underrated for what it is.